Expansion was discussed both at a committee level and at the board, and ultimately the league office was tasked by our board with doing an in-depth.
What if one decision could completely change the future of professional basketball? A move that affects the WNBA, its biggest stars, and the way the league operates? That moment may have already arrived. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are breaking down a story that has created major discussions across the basketball world. So let's get straight into it. Professional basketball has entered a new era, and one name is at the center of everything: Caitlin Clark. While fans were focused on points, records, and shooting numbers, behind the scenes, major decisions were being made that could reshape the entire league. Adam Silver has reportedly taken a much bigger role in the direction of the WNBA, and the decision surrounding Caitlin Clark has created serious reactions throughout the league. For years, the WNBA followed a slower approach to growth with certain limits in place. But that mindset started changing when the league began being viewed as a major part of the NBA's future instead of just a separate project. The reality behind this shift goes far beyond jersey sales and marketing. It represents a major change in how the game is managed. Some veterans feel this new direction ignores the players who spent years building the league. But from a business perspective, the numbers are impossible to ignore. Silver and league officials saw that the Caitlin Clark effect was not just a short-term moment. It represented a huge opportunity with the potential to bring billions of dollars into women's basketball. Because of that, major changes were considered necessary. This was not simply a suggestion. It affected how the league approaches promotion, officiating, and even the way games are presented. The decision was made to focus on future growth and allow everyone involved to adjust to this new reality. When Clark entered the WNBA, many expected the normal challenges that come with being a rookie. But few expected the level of attention and physical pressure she would face from the beginning. Instead of only competitive moments, many fans felt some situations crossed the line. Hard contact, aggressive plays, and repeated physical challenges became part of the conversation surrounding her first season. Before we continue, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more WNBA stories, updates, and basketball analysis. Many viewers enjoy our content but have not joined the community yet. It is free and only takes a second. Your support helps us continue bringing you these stories. Now, let's get back to what changed inside the league. At that point, league officials faced an important decision that could impact the next decade of women's basketball. Reports suggested that the traditional let-them-play approach was creating problems after seeing one of the league's biggest stars constantly facing heavy contact. The concern was simple. If Clark became injured and missed time, the league could lose a major source of attention and growth. Some veteran players felt the rules were changing specifically for one person, creating frustration and division. However, the business numbers explained why the conversation became so serious. Clark's games were attracting far more viewers than many regular matchups, and the league understood the importance of protecting its biggest attraction. This new approach also changed the style of basketball being played. The game became faster, more offensive, and more focused on perimeter shooting. That direction matches the type of modern basketball Adam Silver has supported in the NBA for years. The pressure reached another level during the draft process, creating a moment that many fans still debate today. At first, it appeared to be a normal basketball decision, but many supporters believed something bigger was happening behind the scenes. Some people close to the situation believed there was more behind the decision than what fans saw on the surface. Reports and rumors suggested that league officials, with influence from NBA leadership, wanted to carefully manage Clark's schedule and keep her available for the moments that mattered most. But why would the league want its biggest star away from certain opportunities? The answer many people believe is simple: control, protection, and managing her workload. By keeping Clark focused on the WNBA season, the league could protect its biggest attraction and make sure she remained healthy during the most valuable part of the year. It was a business decision that prioritized the league's future growth and financial opportunities. Many fans felt frustrated by the move because they believed Clark should have been allowed to continue developing naturally. But from a business perspective, the result was clear. She returned to the court refreshed and continued attracting record-breaking attention. And that brings us to the league's massive new media deal. The reported $2.2 billion agreement completely changed the relationship between the NBA and WNBA. For years, the WNBA was viewed as a league that needed financial support to survive. But with the explosion of interest around Clark, the league suddenly had a powerful new argument during negotiations with major networks and streaming companies. This shift changed the balance of power. WNBA leadership was no longer operating alone. The league became a major part of the NBA's global media strategy. The impact was huge. More nationally televised games, better production, bigger audiences, a move away from being viewed as a small sports league. Now, the WNBA is being watched with the same level of attention given to major NBA storylines. Every technical foul, social media moment, and locker room situation receives intense coverage. The league has become a bigger business. And Adam Silver has made it clear that anyone who refuses to adjust to this new level of professionalism could be left behind. One of the biggest changes during this new era was the move toward private team travel. For years, WNBA players dealt with the struggles of commercial flights, long security lines, delays, and uncomfortable travel conditions. The explanation was always cost. But when concerns about player safety and Clark's growing popularity became impossible to ignore, the league changed direction. Millions of dollars were invested into improving travel options, forcing teams to upgrade their operations much faster than expected. This was a major improvement for player health, safety, and recovery. But for smaller market teams, the increased costs created new challenges. This decision was about more than comfort. It was a message. The league wanted the world to see that the WNBA was no longer operating as a secondary competition. If the goal was to become a global sports brand, the league needed to invest like one. That strategy of spending money to create future growth has always been part of Silver's approach. But for women's basketball, it represented a major change from the way things had been done before. However, the biggest debate surrounding this new direction is the speed of expansion. Silver's goal is not just to maintain the league. He wants it to grow quickly. New teams are arriving in places like Portland, Toronto, and Golden State, creating excitement but also raising concerns. Existing players understand that expansion will bring new opportunities, but it could also create challenges. More teams mean expansion drafts, roster changes, and possible disruption to team chemistry. The reason behind this fast growth is obvious. The league wants to maximize the current wave of popularity while the attention is at its highest. More teams, more games, more markets, more fans, more revenue. What surprised many people was how quickly the old slow growth approach changed once Clark became one of the biggest selling athletes in professional sports. Now players are wondering what the next collective bargaining agreement will look like because the league's business growth is moving faster than many expected. The internal culture of the WNBA is also changing. For years, the league focused heavily on unity and promoting the idea of players supporting each other. But the new approach recognizes something important. Competition and rivalries also attract viewers. The league is now leaning more into major storylines, including the growing attention around Clark and her biggest competitors. The league is now paying more attention to the competition and tension between young stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese instead of trying to avoid those storylines. The goal is simple: create more conversations, increase social media attention, and bring more fans into the sport. But this new marketing approach has also created disagreements inside the league. Some players feel they are being used as part of a storyline where one person is presented as the hero and others are placed in the role of the challenger. Still, the results are difficult to deny. The league's strategy of using major rivalries and dramatic moments has created levels of attention that seemed impossible just a few years ago. As this new era continues, the message from the commissioner's office is becoming clear. The WNBA is no longer being treated as a league that is simply trying to grow. It is being viewed as a valuable sports business with major potential. In a very short period of time, Adam Silver's involvement has pushed the league toward a more advanced stage. There are challenges, disagreements, and growing pains, but the possible rewards are enormous. Every decision connected to Caitlin Clark represents a bigger question about where women's basketball is heading. There is no easy way back to the old system. Some fans may prefer the traditional culture of the league. Others may support this new direction. But the reality is that these major changes are creating a version of the WNBA that could eventually reach the same cultural impact as the NBA. And it all started when the league decided to protect and maximize its biggest attraction. Some players may be frustrated. Some fans may question the changes. But one thing is undeniable. More people are watching the WNBA than ever before. And in professional sports, attention is one of the most important measurements of success. These decisions could shape the future for years. If young athletes begin